So we're here at Spirit Studios in Manchester, and if you have been watching the channel, go backwards, you may notice these two guys. This is like in real life, not on Zoom. So this is Alberto and Matt from Manchester Electronic Collective, and you also know them from Bleep. Nice to have you guys. You good?
Nice to see you, yeah.
Good. So we're here at Spirit Studio. Now this is called, well, let's get this right. So I'll tell you what my interpretation of what it is you're doing then.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Say it how it should be. So basically we're here and we've just had, you may have seen some of the clip at the beginning there with, what is it, Henry? What's his name?
Yeah. Heza
T was just kind of here for one of the sessions, and the idea of the sessions, you guys can fill this in better, is where you can bring your music to Spirit Studios and these guys will help you to unpick your live set, plug everything in, and use the experts around here as well, just to get the sound right, to practice, to play at places like Bleep. How cool is that? That is next level. So do you want to actually say what it is and the name of it and the title and how you came up with it?
Yeah, sure. So it's a Spirit Studios practice session, and it kind of bridges the gap in between being in a bedroom and being on a stage. And it's funny because Bleep initially was that. It was meant to be that. It was meant to be a place where people could just like practice, but it became a little bit bigger than we expected. So now we have people that come to Bleep and feel intimidated by the idea. So there's a level in between now, and thanks to Jim and Spirit Studios because giving us this place for free for us to use, and it's amazing, and so people can just come and tinker around and have a try before they actually go on a stage.
Do you have, what's the best thing to call it then?
It's a workshop.
Yeah, a workshop, that's a great word.
Electronic performance workshop.
Right.
I think that sums it up.
Electronic performance workshop.
Yeah, just coming it's for a lot of people like I don't know particularly what I'm doing or how I want to perform live a little bit more. And so I guess people come in a kind of vulnerable position like, what do I do? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, they don't know.
What do you want to do? So try and work out what it is that they're after and then come up with some ideas of what perhaps we do as performers or we know other people do.
Yeah.
Say you could use this, you could use Ableton, you could try this, you could do that. And so then they absorb that information and hopefully improve their performance.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember when I spoke to you about this at first and I said, is it like a clinic and a workshop? But we were just watching then and like these two were like helping out two artists that we've been in here tonight. And it's like, and everyone's doing this off their own backs and it's free, which is mind blowing. And I'm continually amazed by what you're doing. But so you can come along, bring your set or something you've got prepared. Like, is there a minimum number of songs or anything? No?
Nah, man, you could come with just one. I think the beauty is because of the system that is in here as well, there's so many things that you can get from it. You could come and be curious, how's my mix going to sound on a proper system?
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of people worry about that.
We always
forget what people like the first step. Sometimes you forget what people are concerned about. And just removing that mystery of, is my bass ain't going to wobble everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Have a listen and it's actually sounds pretty good. There's loads of things that people can get from it, I suppose.
Right, and you mentioned something then about hearing your sound through the PA and stuff, and if you've watched the Bleep interview, which you really should go back, I'm not just going on about this, you really should, because there's the birthday party one and the big interview, but you've got a SoundCloud page as well.
Yes.
That you record the sets from Bleep.
That's right.
So basically, I've been waiting to do this for a while, so I've turned up, so I'm like, right, I've got all my ducks lined up here. So if you're watching this and you're a music producer, you can basically learn how to get your music from the bedroom studio to the stage.
Yep.
You guys can help. Then they can apply to do a session at Bleep.
Yep.
Then they can listen back to the SoundCloud and share it to their friends and stuff on it. Yeah, so I reckon the next thing after that would be some kind of like video channel where we could have that. Sounds a good idea, that. So maybe we'll talk about that and something like materialize from there. I love planting these little seeds. I'm not being cryptic.
Came up with it.
Yeah, just come up with it right now, and then people
we should make that happen. Yeah.
So basically, you've got like a framework, and then obviously. I go on about this in that interview, but your Instagram and the way that it looks and your graphics and stuff, it's kind of, you can follow artists and find your way into all that. So
Yeah.
And how has it been all this? Because it's like a year and a bit now since, well, a year and a half since you started Bleep, and then this is taking a lot of your time and stuff. Yeah, you still getting music done?
Yeah, it's hard so far to find the time to make music sometimes, but that's also with other live stuff. But I think it's just amazing to see people come here, like give them this opportunity, because like we are small artists ourselves as well, so it's not like we're major experts. But now we've done what, like 18 months maybe of Bleep, so we've seen like almost 100 acts. I think we're coming up to 100 unique acts we've had the Bleep. So we've had enough experience of seeing what people like, what people enjoy seeing on stage, and what also are the different things you can do. Because like earlier we had an act, and he was like, what can I do on stage to make my performance look more interesting? And it's great to see that people want to do that as well. And with the little bit of experience that we have with Billy, we can be like, okay, at that time that person did that thing, it was more interesting. So I think it's that's a good thing for people to have the opportunity to try things out.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And do you want to add anything to that as well? Because
I guess that after doing so many Bleeps and meeting a lot of artists who are just at the beginning of doing their first performances, there are so many different ways you can perform, man. There's like, it sounds really obvious, but everybody's got their own way of doing it, and I think that's a good thing.
Definitely, yeah.
But my takeaway is it seems to be the majority of times is nerves is a big thing.
Oh yeah.
Or people's anxieties, and I think
plenty of that.
It's a lot of reassurance. I find is these sessions and Bleep is like it'll be fine. Actually, just go and do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really just letting people. This is why I think this is kind of useful. Because I think quells a bit of anxiety that people have done it without, like performed a little bit without a crowd.
Yeah.
Heard what the music sounds like without a crowd, and it's all in a bit of a safer environment. It's like, you'll feel more chilled now. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Or if they say, I'm worried about this happening or this might happen, like, if it does, it don't matter, and that's fine. Like,
we don't talk about that enough. About the psychological aspect of it. We had the guy come in a couple months ago, and he just said, I just wanted to come here and have people tell me that I'm making music, that this is music. And it sounds so stupid, but actually it's so true, because if you never played anything for other people, people other than your girlfriend or your family, you can't trust their judgment or like their advice, because they'll just be nice to you. So just to be here, even just have some professional here, like this is a track, this is music. It's already, for some people that's already a big confidence boost. Just like validating what they're doing.
Am I good enough?
Yeah,
it's kind of what they're asking, like, in a way.
Sometimes you don't realize it because there's so many big acts, and you think like that's the base level, but there's so much in between where you just want to play something, you made something. This is actually already music. It doesn't need to be a Glastonbury, and I think it's great to have that, give that reassurance to people.
Definitely. Let me just say one thing there, just capture, because early on you mentioned, and you've just like sort of brought us round to again, is this extra step in between, like to remove the anxiety and the knowledge. I mean, because no one's born fully formed, are they? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No one. So you got these great facilities, and people. I can say it because I'm not you, but like these guys are doing so much. And Alex isn't here, but Alex also, we've got to mention, this week I couldn't make that either, does the producer sessions, production playground and producer playground. Sorry, so many things called producer playground.
Producer playground.
Alex is doing producer playground. He did that on Tuesday, and that's at the Northern Monk, isn't it?
Northern Monk Refectory in
what's the street called?
Tariff Street,
which where the original SSR Studios was as well. But in that row there, there's Northern Monk, great brewery, and the basement. You guys hire it out, and then producers meet, can play the tunes. So it's kind of more of a social discussion angle of everything we've just talked about.
It's there's a bit of drinking involved if you're into that, and people take their laptops, maybe show a project, something you're struggling with. People talk about music, nerdy stuff. Like if you want to really go down the nerds hole, you can. Stuff about career, I guess it's just networking, like peer support about careers or promotion, marketing. production advice, it's whatever you want really. Someone will have a signposting of some kind.
Definitely. So what you're saying basically, you've got it all covered. It's all covered, apart from they don't come round and write the music for you. You've got to do that bit. But, you know, I'm sure if you follow links underneath this video, there's all kinds of things to direct you to making music. But guys, honestly, great work. I always say it every time, but I really mean it. And you've got all these things covered, but you're doing it because it's a passion project for you guys. You both make music.
Yeah.
I just think keeping it close to the source, isn't it? And also you get to see what's happening, and you know, gets you out and about, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keeps you all out.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's nice to go and see other people also not knowing what they're doing, and feeling a bit reassured by that, and just seeing what people are up to as well, and sharing a bit of knowledge. That I find that quite rewarding actually, and that's nice.
Good. Well, definitely. Cool. I think you're both doing a great thing. So, Spirit Studios, thanks for having us tonight. And let's do something again soon. Shout out to Alex, who was doing the producer playground, and I'll do a feature on that very soon. Fill the format down below if you've got any suggestions for other artists, other venues. By this point, you should know what to do. And if you haven't watched all the other videos, go and do it. Honestly, you'll love them.